Yo, what up everybody? I'm back with another video. Now we all love Instagram, sharing those fire pics, hitting that explore page, you know the vibes. But lately, we gotta talk about the dark side, Instagram hacking. It's getting real out here. I'm talking accounts getting popped every single day, even with two-factor authentication on lock. So today, we're diving deep, Tech Fam. We're breaking down 10 real Instagram hacking methods that hackers are actually using right now in 2025. But it's not all doom and gloom. We're gonna arm you with the knowledge to stay protected, because knowing your enemy is half the battle. We're talking phishing scams, sneaky keyloggers, social engineering tricks, the whole 9 yards. So, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button for the algorithm, and let's get right into it. Alright, first up, we've got phishing, one of the oldest tricks in the book, but still incredibly effective. Think of it like this. A hacker dangles a juicy worm in front of you, hoping you'll bite. Except this worm is a fake email or a login page designed to steal your info. These emails, they can look crazy legit, like something straight from Instagram themselves. They might say your account's been compromised, there's suspicious activity, or maybe you won some crazy giveaway. You know, stuff that makes you want to click without thinking twice. And that's exactly what they want you to do. Because hidden within that email, you'll find a link. And that link, my friends, is where the danger lies. It might take you to a website that looks exactly like the real Instagram login page, but it's actually a fake, designed to steal your username and password the second you hit enter. So, how do you protect yourself? Always, and I mean always, double check those links. Hover over them before you click to see the actual URL. Does it look right? Is it the official Instagram domain? If something seems even slightly off, don't risk it. And remember, Instagram is never going to ask for your password in an email. Next up, we're talking keyloggers. Little pieces of software that can secretly record every single keystroke you make on your phone or computer. Yeah, creepy, right? Imagine this. You're typing in your Instagram password, completely unaware that every letter is being logged and sent straight to a hacker. That's what a keylogger can do. Now, you might be wondering, how do these things even get on my device? Well, they often come disguised as something harmless, like a seemingly innocent app download, a file attachment in an email, or even lurking on sketchy websites. You download one thing, thinking it's legit, and bam, you've just invited a keylogger into your digital home. But don't worry, there are ways to fight back. First and foremost, be super cautious about what you download and install. Stick to official app stores and avoid clicking on suspicious links or downloading files from unknown sources. Think of it like this. You wouldn't just let anyone walk into your house off the street, right? Same rules apply in the digital world. On top of that, having a good antivirus program installed is like having a security system for your device. It can detect and remove keyloggers before they even have a chance to settle in. And of course, always keep your devices locked when you're not using them. Basic security hygiene, people. Okay, so phishing and keyloggers, those are all about tech tricks. But what about good old-fashioned manipulation? That's where social engineering comes in. This is all about hackers using clever psychological tactics to trick you into handing over your precious Instagram credentials. Think of it like this. A smooth-talking con artist who knows how to push your buttons and exploit your trust. They might call you up, pretending to be from Instagram support, telling you there's been a security breach and they need your password to fix it. Or maybe you get an urgent DM from a friend saying they're in trouble and need you to send money or personal info right away. The thing is, these hackers, they prey on your emotions, fear, urgency, even your desire to help others. They know how to craft convincing stories and create a sense of panic so you act impulsively without thinking things through. But here's the key takeaway. Instagram is never going to call you and ask for your password over the phone. And if a friend or family member contacts you with a story that seems off, reach out to them directly through a different channel to verify before you do anything. Always remember, when it comes to your personal information, be cautious, be skeptical, And don't be afraid to ask questions. If something feels wrong, trust your gut. Chapter 4. Brute Force Attacks, when bots come knocking. Alright, let's talk about brute force attacks. A less elegant, but still potentially effective method hackers use to crack your Instagram password. Basically, it's like trying to break into a safe by randomly spinning the dial until you hit the right combination. In the digital world, hackers use automated bots to rapidly try thousands, even millions, of different password combinations until they find the one that unlocks your account. They might use lists of commonly used passwords, leaked passwords from other data breaches, or just random combinations of characters. Now you might think, well, my password is pretty unique. What are the chances they'll guess it? And you're right, the odds of a bot randomly guessing a strong, unique password are pretty slim. But here's the thing. Time is on the hacker's side. These bots can work tirelessly, 24/7, trying different combinations until they strike gold. That's why the single most effective way to protect yourself from brute force attacks is to use a strong, complex password. And I'm not talking about password 123 or your pet's name. We're talking a long, random string of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers and symbols, the works. The longer and more complex your password, the harder it is for those bots to crack. Chapter 5. SIM swapping. Stealing your number, stealing your account. Alright, this next one is especially sneaky and, unfortunately, increasingly common. SIM swapping. This is where hackers target your phone number, which, let's be real, is basically the key to your digital kingdom these days. They want access to those two-factor authentication codes, password reset links, all that juicy stuff that gets sent to your phone. Here's how it works. Hackers gather personal information about you, maybe from social media, previous data breaches, or even phishing attempts. Then, they use that info to impersonate you and contact your mobile provider. They'll convince the provider to transfer your phone number to a SIM card that they control. And just like that, they've effectively hijacked your phone number. Once they have control of your number, they can intercept any security codes sent by Instagram, bypass two-factor authentication, and gain access to your account. It's a scary thought, right? So, how do you protect yourself from this kind of attack? First and foremost, be extremely careful about what personal information you share online. The less info hackers can gather about you, the harder it is for them to impersonate you. But the most crucial step is to add an extra layer of security to your mobile provider account. Contact your provider and ask about setting up a PIN or passphrase for any account changes, including SIM swaps. This way, even if someone tries to impersonate you, they won't be able to make changes to your account without that extra layer of verification. Chapter 6. Credential stuffing. Your leaked passwords can come back to haunt you. Okay, let's talk about credential stuffing, which is a fancy way of saying that the passwords you use on other websites could be putting your Instagram account at risk. You see, every time there's a data breach, and let's face it, they happen all the time, millions of usernames and passwords get leaked online. Now you might think, well, I wasn't using Instagram on that website that got hacked, so I'm good, right? Not so fast. Hackers know that people often reuse the same passwords across multiple accounts because, let's be real, who can remember a million different passwords? So they take those leaked credentials and run automated bots that try those same username and password combinations on a bunch of different websites, including, you guessed it, Instagram. And if you've used the same password for both, bam, they're in. The solution here is simple, yet so many people still don't do it. Never, ever reuse passwords across different accounts. I know it's a pain to manage multiple passwords, but trust me, it's a small price to pay for the peace of mind that comes with knowing your accounts are secure. Consider using a password manager. It's a game changer. It securely stores all your passwords in an encrypted vault, so you only have to remember one master password. Alright, let's talk about third-party apps. You know, those apps that promise to boost your Instagram followers, analyze your stats, or let you schedule your posts in advance. They can seem super tempting, right? But here's the thing. Not all third-party apps are created equal, and some of them can actually put your Instagram account at risk. Here's the deal. When you grant a third-party app access to your Instagram account, you're essentially giving them permission to perform actions on your behalf. That means they can potentially read your messages, post content, access your followers list, and even change your account settings. Now, most legitimate third-party apps only request the permissions they absolutely need to function properly. But there are shady apps out there that ask for way more access than they actually need. And if you're not careful, you could unknowingly be granting them access to your entire Instagram account. So, here's the rule of thumb. Be extremely selective about the third-party apps you connect to your Instagram account. Only use apps from trusted developers, and, before granting any permissions, always read the app's privacy policy to understand exactly what data they're accessing and how they're using it. And here's another pro tip. Regularly review the apps that have access to your Instagram account and revoke access to any apps you no longer use or trust. It's like digital spring cleaning. Get rid of the clutter and minimize your risk. Okay, let's talk about man-in-the-middle attacks, a sneaky tactic that often targets people using public Wi-Fi networks. You know, those free Wi-Fi hotspots at coffee shops, airports, hotels, you name it. We've all been there, desperate for a connection and willing to risk it for a little free internet. But here's the thing, public Wi-Fi networks are notoriously insecure. Unlike your home or work network, which is usually password protected, public Wi-Fi is often open for anyone to join. And that's where the man in the middle comes in. Imagine this. You're connected to the public Wi-Fi at your local coffee shop, scrolling through your Instagram feed. Meanwhile, a hacker is lurking on the same network, secretly intercepting the data being sent between your device and the internet. They're like the invisible eavesdropper, listening in on your every digital move. If you're logging into your Instagram account, sending messages, or entering any sensitive information, that data can be captured by the hacker. They could potentially steal your login credentials, access your private messages, or even hijack your account. So, how do you protect yourself? The best defense against man-in-the-middle attacks is to avoid logging into sensitive accounts, like your Instagram, bank account, or email, while connected to public Wi-Fi. If you absolutely must use public Wi-Fi, make sure you're using a VPN or virtual private network. Alright, this next one preys on people's desire for that coveted blue checkmark, fake verification scams. Instagram verification, as you probably know, is a way for the platform to confirm the authenticity of notable public figures, celebrities, and brands. It's a status symbol, a badge of honor in the digital world. And hackers, being the opportunistic bunch they are, have caught on to this desire for verification and have created elaborate scams designed to exploit it. Here's how it usually goes down. You'll get a DM from someone claiming to be from Instagram, or maybe even a supposed verification agency. They'll offer to expedite your verification process, get you that blue checkmark faster, or even guarantee your verification for a fee. They might ask you to provide personal information, login credentials, or even pay a fee through a suspicious link. But here's the reality. Instagram's verification process is handled internally, and they never, ever reach out to users directly through DMs offering verification. If you're ever contacted by someone claiming to be from Instagram offering verification, it's a scam. Period. The only legitimate way to apply for verification is through the official Instagram app itself, and it's always free. Don't fall for these fake verification scams. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground, but it all comes back to the basics, your password. It's the first line of defense against hackers, and yet it's often the weakest link in the chain. So let's have a quick password checkup, shall we? First and foremost, are you still using weak, easily guessable passwords? I'm talking about things like password 123, your pet's name, or your birthday. If so, it's time to step up your password game. Hackers have lists upon lists of commonly used passwords, and they can crack those weak passwords in seconds. Instead, aim for a strong, unique password for your Instagram account, and every other account for that matter. And when I say strong, I mean at least 12 characters long, a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, the whole shebang. Don't use the same password across multiple accounts. Remember, if one account gets compromised, you don't want to hand hackers the keys to your entire digital life. And finally, enable two-factor authentication on your Instagram account. It adds an extra layer of security by requiring a unique code from your phone or authentication app in addition to your password. It might seem like a small step, but it can make a world of difference in protecting your account. So there you have it, folks. 10 common Instagram hacking methods, and, more importantly, how to protect yourself from them. From phishing scams to SIM swapping to those pesky keyloggers, the threats are real, but so are the defenses. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand the tactics hackers use, the better equipped you'll be to spot and avoid them. If you learned something new today, hit that like button and share this video with your friends. Let's spread awareness and keep each other safe in the digital world. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech and cybersecurity tips. Until next time, stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay safe online.